Hey, what is going on, guys? This is SMEV Reviews, and it's time to take a look at the newest studio album from Sam Smith, The Thrill of It All. Let's get to it. First up, I apologize for the awful lighting. I had to use my overhead lighting. I tried to use natural lighting, but I just have been extremely busy and have not been able to film this with proper lighting and proper stage setup, and unfortunately I do have to do it with this yellowy lighting. I am really sorry. I'm trying to balance that out with a blue light, but it's not working out too well. I did my best I could. This is what we got right now. I'm hopefully going to be able to get some new equipment eventually, but right now I've just been trying to rely on natural lighting, and as you can see, it didn't work out very well because I just have been so busy, and instead of trying to get more and more behind, I wanted to get this review out to you guys. So the Thrill of It All by Sam Smith. What did I think of it? Honestly, I think it's pretty alright. I think that it's a pretty good album. I did not really get into the first album from Sam Smith. It was alright, but I just nothing really stood out too much to me. I did not really take a deep look into it, but I did listen to it once, and nothing really stood out. But The Thrill of It All, honestly, is pretty interesting, and there's quite a few songs that are really good. I mean, Him is amazingly beautiful. If you have not heard that song from the album, that is definitely the one takeaway. It is absolutely beautiful, and it's just a confessional and saying that God will still love him after his coming out, and it's amazing. It's a very, very good track, and definitely one of the standouts on the album. Two Good Goodbyes, the lead single, is very beautiful, and Sam Smith's voice just sounds amazing, and that's one of the best aspects of this album. Sam Smith has an amazing voice. He is an amazing singer and really knows how to control his voice with that crazy range of his. Now, sometimes some notes kind of hit in an awkward point of his range and kind of squeak out, but usually it sounds really good, and his voice is actually extremely good, and that is definitely a highlight. It obviously, some of these songs do fall into that pop songwriting that's a little simplistic, but never is it dumb. And honestly, even those that are simplistic still have a really good meaning. I mean, like I said, Two Good Goodbyes, that still has a pretty good meaning. It's not just a love song, it's just getting used to seeing people leave, not wanting to attach yourself because eventually people will just leave. And that, even though it is kind of a love song, it still is not overgeneralized. Sam Smith is a crooner. I mean, he's amazing at what he does. Definitely, there's a lot of gospel elements in this album. There's some brass instruments, some string instruments, and it's very beautiful. A lot of these songs are excellently crafted, and I really, really thoroughly enjoy them. There are a couple tracks that definitely come across as filler. They are not awful, but they do come across as just tracks that he threw in just to fill up the album. Burnin' is one of those tracks. It's just a little too bland. He doesn't do enough with his voice or in the song or the songwriting to really get you too invested or interested in it. And that's the case with some of these songs, but honestly, a lot of them do not feel that way. They are very good and very original, and I enjoy each and every one of them. There's honestly a good mix of slow songs and quicker songs, and Sam Smith is able to handle those pretty well. Some of the quicker songs definitely are not as powerful as some of the slower songs, but they do still have a very catchy or fun sound. And honestly, each of these songs is very distinguishable, is very fun, is very good on instrumentation, even if it's albeit simplistic at some points. Very good lyrics. It's a very solid album. I did not expect to like it as much as I did, honestly. I wasn't loving all of the singles. Two Good Goodbyes is pretty good, but Prayin' and Burning were not my favorite. But honestly, listening to the rest of this album, it's a very solid album, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Honestly, I think that Sam Smith's voice is just so powerful and has such an amazing range that you have to give him props just for that alone. I mean, the only gripe I really have is just those bland songs that do not really seem to do much, and there are a couple of them, but none of the tracks are just inherently bad. Some of them seem a little impersonal, but in general, this album is a very solid, cohesive work, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And overall, I think that Sam Smith really pulls it together. I don't know if every artist could do it, but Sam Smith can do it 100%. It was a very solid effort, and I really enjoyed this work, and that's why I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I know this video is a shorter one, unfortunately. I'm just, like I said, extremely busy, and I'm sorry for the lack of quality with the lights. I had to get something out. I really wanted to review this album for you guys, so I'm sorry for this lack of quality and the rushness of the album, but I promise next albums I review will be better. Just unfortunately, this one was a little shoddy, and I apologize for that. But thank you guys so much for watching. What do you guys think? Please leave your comments down in the description below. It really means a lot that you watch my videos. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys later.